Hi, I want to do a speech today on how it's like to have Asperger's or to have high functioning autism. Uh, it is perfectly fine. You can have a job and be a productive member of society having autism, having high functioning autism specifically. Uh, there are several just very intelligent people that have it. The thing is about being intelligent for a minute is it's very common for someone that's autistic to get hyper focused on something and want to learn everything about it. And that person will, like, don't get them started on that topic. They'll talk about it all day. I know this one person that uh, computers was his thing. He would work on computers and he knew everything about it. He didn't know what you were talking about. He would do research and he just loved computers. And I think that's a very typical stereotype of like the socially awkward computer nerd, but that's okay. One thing I need to mention is there's definitely a learning curve, meaning you can learn social skills. You can learn what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. I had this huge problem of oversharing. I would say things that you would tell like your boyfriend or your girlfriend or nobody. And I would say like just the most, I'm not going to say them here, but like the most inappropriate things. And I wouldn't know that it was inappropriate. And you're probably thinking, how? How would you not know it's inappropriate? I just didn't. I needed to learn trial and error. That's how I needed to learn what was appropriate and inappropriate, and I needed to make some mistakes in order to figure out what the right thing to do was. Um, and people would act uncomfortable, and then they would blow up at me and say, "I can't believe you just did that." I would say, "You didn't tell me that you were uncomfortable," because they thought that them obviously being looking like they were uncomfortable. And I was ignoring it. Like I knew that they were uncomfortable, but I kept on talking about it because I was a bad person. No, I had no idea that they were uncomfortable. And then they thought I was playing dumb, and it's like, no, I wasn't playing dumb. I really was dumb. Like I had no idea what was going on. It's funny now, but um, I have forgiven myself for doing things like that because I sincerely could not help it. Um, uh, Physical problems that people that are autistic are they have what's called stimming, which is they rock, they flutter their hands, they act really uncomfortable when there's a bunch of just stimulation because uh, it's just lights are brighter when you're autistic. And so if you're outside or whatever you're doing, it's really overwhelming. And so if you see somebody doing that, then it's just they're not proud of it, but it's not a bad thing that they do it. And what I would say is don't say, well, I'm going to treat you special because you're autistic. No, say, I know that you're like this. You know, you just don't act like it's a big deal, if that makes sense. It's just, you say, this is you, like this makes you uncomfortable. I know you like this blanket instead of this other blanket. And so I make sure to have this blanket for you if you want it. You don't say because you're autistic you like this other blanket. You don't say it that way. And yes, I have had people talk to me like that before. Uh, I have problems with just walking up to somebody and just talking to them, uh, and them saying, like, I don't really want to talk to you. And then I think that it's okay to continue to talk to them, even if they act uncomfortable. That is a big thing that I've had to learn. I've had to learn several things working in the workplace before and so many things, but you can learn, like I emphasized before, you can learn things that make people uncomfortable or what's professional, what's not professional, and that is not impossible. It is possible with the right determination. And I hope that you learned something from this, me talking about how it's like to be autistic. And um, maybe this will help somebody with a friend or a family member or somebody in public that you might know, you might see, and you want to be more considerate of them. That would make me very happy if somebody took something from that and did that with this speech. Thank you.